Hello all, welcome again. We welcome Dr. Jitendra Nagpal
Good
today
afternoon.
for a chat on, he's a senior consultant and psychiatrist with Newton Medicity. And we have got him here to chat about detoxing from the internet and your mobile phones, and also to concentrate instead of, looking at your phone or chatting on the net, how to focus completely on studies. So, hello, Dr. Nagpal.
Good afternoon. Yep.
So what's happening with kids now, and how do you suggest we get them to leave their phones behind and their and the laptops, etc., behind and start studying? And what do you think are the impact? What is the impact of being addicted to your
Sure. I think first of all, good luck and best wishes to all of you. I think it's a wonderful season, celebration going on for preparation, and take it as a step in time and not just a leap for deciding your life. So we are all walking together, families, people together, your neighbors, your doctors, your counselors. I think it's a wonderful moment. But yes, we do come across, as Aisha ji, you were mentioning, a lot of young people appearing for their exams who think somewhere a little bit of an extra time on the mobile phone or the computer or on your iPad or maybe even the jack in the ears and a lot of music through the net. It does help, no doubt. We all agree that electronic era is a boon for all of us. But you know what's happening? When the exams are around the corner, we tend to escape into this sort of a dream world where I connect very easily with my mobile phone, with my computer, with my iPad, and the whole idea about being in a social media network with my friends can be very addicting. And this is the time when addictions run very high. And as you mentioned rightly, addiction is not just about the electronic media, it's also about the drugs that are available in the market, and falsely about memory pills and anti-anxiety pills. So we'll just talk about that today. But I wish to tell all of you watching and listening to all of us here together that it's time that think a little bit more maturely and rationally. Mobile, internet, computer, iPads, beyond a certain time, it will distract, destroy, and even maybe demotivate us from the focus in academics. And it's very common. We have been receiving calls, we have been receiving people coming to us and asking that how can I actually leave my mobile in the other room because I just don't feel like leaving it. The anxiety of my friend, my own anxiety, sleep, appetite, focus, concentration, these are all patterns which we will see suffering also and also improving. But then remember that ration it out, which we'll talk about it shortly. But the warning is that any electronic possession, whether it's my mobile phone or the computer or the iPad, is likely to increase my distraction or my focus or my concentration and my quality of life during the exams. Yep.
Dr. Saab, you just mentioned a very worrying trend since you're also the program director of Expressions India.
Yep.
It's a school wellness and values and life skills program. So you say you have a number of students complaining about, circulating messages on WhatsApp and talking about certain, self medication things of, having something to improve your concentration or having this tablet or whatever to improve your memory. What's happening, and do you think, and what do you think can go wrong if you follow certain tips by friends, etc.?
A very simple scenario that electronics help me a lot to keep in touch with the world around me, my friends, my family, and my entertainment also. And who says one should not entertain during studies and exams? But what's happening is sometimes the communication which we do with the near and dear ones, especially my gang and my group who's appearing for the exams, maybe my seniors and my juniors, we tend to somewhere send across certain false messages which might be invoking a desire to move on and try those substances. For example, I remember just 2 days back, a 12th standard board exam appearing student told me that my friends feel that lorazepam is a very mild anti-anxiety pill and a sleeping pill, but then you take it for more than a week or 5 days and you probably start getting fond of it and get addicted. Even the doctors don't prescribe it unless it is required for some problem like sleep disorder or anxiety disorder.
And
So
obviously prescribed by the doctor.
yes, unless it is prescribed or recommended by a qualified medical professional, no medication that is available with the chemist should be taken. And because I came across this peer pressure on the mobile phone, oh, come on, try this, you'll feel calmed down, you'll feel chilled out, and you can actually go back to studies, get up after 3 hours, you'll feel better. Well, this boy started taking it, and after 7 days, he felt he was actually lazing around in the morning. He was yawning, and he was feeling the muscles get tired, you feel famished, and you feel even lethargic. What's the point in taking a pill just because it suited somebody else? It may not suit you. It's like I may not like fresh lime, but I like Coke. So we are all different people. So don't go by peer pressure and by opinions of other people when you're on the net or mobile phone. Sometimes it can be not possible to detoxify. That's what we are discussing today. That's one example. And as you said rightly, what increases my studies is actually the way I do simple things, the way I organize my study, my revision. We know we are 15 days away from the exams, around 9th March. What we need to do is to look at some notes, look at some revision queries, and maybe look back into few past question papers. Do not read any new books now. And this is what is circulating on the net also, and gangs and friends, they tell, okay, come on, let's try this book, that book for physics and for social sciences. The NCERT books are the best ones. We've been talking about it in the newspapers recently. The government also said, use the NCERT books. They are the best books. They will not confuse us and will not circulate anxiety on the mobile phone. Will not circulate tension, anxiety, anger, distraught feelings on the mobile phone. Look, I can't understand this. This is confusing. I don't want to write the exam. I feel like running away. Now, these are areas where I feel very strongly we connect with the youngsters. They are the leaders for nation tomorrow. Why do we get so jittery? Because somebody has made us jittery. So pills like memory pills, anti-anxiety pills, they are required. No, they're not required. They are simply being used by people who get tense about what to study, what to leave, what to revise, what not to do, and what to do. Do not get influenced by each other alone. Talk to your parents. They will guide you that it's the best way to stick to a certain routine in daily life, which we'll be talking more, and also not simply spend hours together on the computer trying to find answers, trying to find lifestyle changes during exams, which are all there. Talk to your teacher, talk to your counselor in the school, talk to your mother and father, brothers, sisters. They all have the answers. And sharing by caring and caring by sharing is the best mantra to do. Be connected with people, be connected with yourself, not just electronics. It can be very painful because we spend hours and hours on electronics and then we find that I'm actually lost, I'm actually disconnected from the world I love to be with, my parents and my friends and my teachers.
Right, awesome. What is the best way to spend the first 1 hour after one gets up from sleep, especially during this season?
That's a wonderful question because getting up in the morning is a little difficult task because most of the students, they say that okay, 12, 1, 2 a.m. in the morning is okay that I sleep. Nobody's asking you to lead purely a spiritual lifestyle. Not that you have to get up at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Even you get up by 7:30, spend that early 45 minutes to 1 hour connecting with yourself, a little silence. Maybe you can pick up a book also, sit in the balcony. The rising sun in the morning is a friend for all of us. Remember, it's not only about health, it's also about, the sunlight inside the brain, inside the special senses, my eyes, my ears, my face, and actually freshen me up. Then I actually can go for a small walk with my parents or my brothers, sisters, or whoever at home. Even my friends can join me. Just 20 minutes walk in the morning, a little stretching of the shoulders, a little grooming of the hair, a little facial massage, and a little talking over to the people who matter, my parents. Just a little hello. You want to take a cup of tea in the morning? You're most welcome. You want to start with milk? It is fine. Take a warm glass of water also bedside. It can actually clean up the intestines because study period does invite people to feel a little acidity, a little burping. So doctors also advise that a little lukewarm water in the morning, just one glass, is very good to cleanse the system and freshen me up. I feel connecting with a little music, a little bit of a revision reading, just casually sitting in the balcony in the open, enjoying the sunlight, the cool breeze in the morning with your family, and then get on with your, try to have your bath in the morning. You know, exam time, we feel that, okay, no bath is going to help me in studies. But freshen up with a little warm bath. February is a lovely season. Then start, you'll see the pickup in the morning where your revision would be fantastic. I feel that golden hour, 1 hour in the morning is to connect with the world around me and then connect with myself for my studies.
How important is sleep and why you should not skip it?
Well, sleep is much more important than being awake, because you do what you do when you're awake because you sleep well. As simple as that. We are all productive people. We try to do good work. We try to work hard. And as students, you want to work hard because this is the turning point of your career. You want to establish going into a good college, come across good entrance exams. For that, why are we forgetting? Even if you're not a biology student, let me tell you, you're a humanities or maths or trying for IITs and all, do not forget the art of keeping your health in wellness or in rhythm is most important for your achievement of academics in life. We know so many youngsters who are high IQ children, Aisha ma'am, high IQ children, you know, they've got 130 IQ, brilliant. They can crack the boards, they can crack the IIT exam at the snap of the finger, but they find themselves caught up in unhealthy patterns of living. For example, loss of appetite, feeling lethargic, not sleeping at all till 4 a.m. in the morning. They feel that the head and the shoulders are drooping, tired. Why? Because if you look back into their history, they're not even sleeping 4 hours or 5 hours. And the most important part of the sleep is what? Do you know what the period is? We are all learning. Science is telling us now the most important period of sleep is around midnight to 4 a.m., which is called the non-rapid eye movement sleep, NREM. Please check back. Why? Because the entire body undergoes a rejuvenation. You know, the negative chemicals, the tired chemicals throughout the day, they actually restore the body into its shape. You know, it's like the servicing going on inside. For that, the brain needs to shut from the world outside. And if you are awake till 3 a.m., the brain is not shutting. So it's not actually rejuvenating the body inside, the recycling of the system, which is the NREM period. The REM period, the rapid eye movement period, starts around 3 a.m. till about 6, 7 a.m. That is the time when the body starts waking up, the mind starts waking up. So if you sleep at a time when you're supposed to wake up, then the rhythm goes haywire and we actually get a lot of sleep disorders and anxiety disorders. That's why sleep is very important for your freshness, for your concentration, for your attention. If you're fond of staying awake and studying hard late night, fine. We are all different people. You may have the choice of maybe sitting up till 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., but don't do that every day. Don't lead a jet lag life every day. It's like traveling from the US to India every day. Don't lead that every day. Once a week, twice a week, thrice a week. In exams, it's okay. But at least 4 days a week, try to sleep before midnight. Just before midnight. It will freshen you up for the next day. Especially during the exams, as you were mentioning. When the exam day is next day or the day after, please ensure 6 to 7 hours of sleep. Otherwise, examination hall is a nightmare. So many students have not been able to write good exams despite being very well prepared, brilliant children, because they didn't sleep overnight, the previous night. And they went back tired, exhausted, there was a blackout, there was a fainting, and they probably felt the connection between the brain, the eyes and the hand when you're writing an exam. That circuit is not working well because you're tired. So energy of the body is based on your sleep. Enjoy it. Celebrate sleep.
How important is exercise?
As I mentioned, even sleep is an exercise. I mean, though most of us feel who are not aware about the sleep pattern, that sleep is a resting phase. You know, sleep is actually a very active exercise going on for the body, except that it is happening inside. We don't know about it. We are asleep. So my first exercise is good sleep. Second exercise is take out 5 minutes every 2 hours or even every 90 minutes while you're studying throughout the day. And that 5 minutes, take a brisk walk around the house, wherever you're studying or your hostel. Stretch your muscles, your shoulders, your knees, and you know, it's like kickboxing. Do that. You will find you're freshened up and back to your chair. Don't forget, half a glass of water at least about 90 minutes to 2 hours will keep the system going very well. So a little stretching, deep breathing through the mouth and exhalation through the mouth, or nose and mouth, whatever you like. But do not allow your lungs not to breathe well. While you're studying in the daytime, remember, every 1 or 2 hours, 5 to 10 times deep breath. It takes just about 1 minute. It just takes about 1 minute for 10 times good breathing, deep breathing, along with a little stretching and a walk is fabulous for running the whole day. Some students do feel that, okay, a good walk or even a game in the morning, you still have time for exams. Maybe a quick table tennis or a nearby club and a racket game for 10-15 minutes is fine. It completely rejuvenates your body, mind, and soul also. I think it's extremely important not to forget that the science of your body and mind is the science of your performance in the exams. Don't forget, a healthy body, healthy mind is an old saying, and I think we practice less what we feel that we should practice more. Take out that time. That's valuable time for your revision and for your concentration also, besides sleep being the best exercise.
Tanmay Modi wants to know if it's recommended that you exercise just before going to bed, say around 12 midnight.
Well, you may actually stretch yourself a little bit. It's like lying flat on the bed or your sofa and doing a typical deep breathing shavasana, or stretching your major joints like the shoulders and the knees. But do not do any aggressive exercise. No, no treadmill in the house, no jogging or running or a brisk walk at that time, because your stomach has eaten dinner, it is digesting it, and that's the time when the mind is actually demanding a little rest also. Remember, just like the heart, we don't have to push the mind beyond its limits to stay awake with exercise. But when you say exercise, I agree, a little stretching, deep breathing, a little massaging the face, and your little butterfly strokes while you're standing is okay. But do not take out time just because you have enough space around your house or your lawns are good, the road is fine, that you start jogging or running in the night. It has implications on the digestion, and it will cause uneasiness in the sleep pattern again. Yep.
Dr. Saab, you counsel students. So, what are the most common problems that are coming up now?
Well, I like to say that lack of sleep, as we are discussing, one very common problem is seen as loss of appetite. And people have this myth that families also, that all 3 square meals should be taken. No, short, frequent meals is fine during exams. Just about 1.5-2 hours, keep taking something which is a little protein based. Like soya bean sprouts, paneer, milk, or any snack which is protein based. Please take it through the day. And green vegetables like palak, methi, ghia, lauki, tori, all these things are fantastic chemicals for the brain also. Fruits are very important. Salads are very important. High fiber diet to keep your motions going. So what I'm trying to say is loss of appetite and inadequate appetite is the second one after lack of sleep. And then feeling lethargic, feeling a little exhausted, and also feeling irritable and hostile at times to the family members. The behavioral part is something which is especially seen in the ones who are appearing for the 12th boards, because they feel that, okay, this is the time when I move to college and I want my freedom, I want complete control on my life, and I don't want people to nag me in the house that, okay, you'll not do better and all. So we see a lot of emotional and behavioral issues in the senior children, and a lot of biological like sleep, appetite, diet, exercise, or feeling lethargy in the school kids who are appearing for the 9th and 10th exams, though not the board exams. But yes, since it's an exam season, it's an exam season. So it's important for the family to remain connected, or even you as a student, talk it over, share, feel that you are part of the system. Nobody wants you to feel lonely or isolated. Yes, sometimes the family creates a curfew-like atmosphere at home, which is not correct. It is normal to socialize during exams. It is normal to keep talking, keep humoring yourself during exams. It is important to not to allow people to get sort of grim and completely grotesque in the exam season, and total silence is golden. No. Let the family keep circulating laughter, keep circulating enjoyment, keep circulating jokes, and also study with the child. Sit and study with the child. Do your work. Dad and mom can sit and do their work. Need not leave the student in their room and make them feel lonely. So we all need to work together, and I think it's a wonderful feeling to actually be in partnership with your child while he's writing or she's writing the exam. Because this is a companionship time for the entire family. It's a celebration for the entire family because it is one movement forward in life. And I feel that when these things don't happen, feeling of depression, feeling of hyper anxiety, palpitations, insomnia, lack of sleep, irritability, defiance, and at times losing concentration become very common. And these are, by the way, not illnesses. These are symptoms, these are problems that happen to every human being. Let us acknowledge it, let us appreciate it, let us be part of it, and let us work together for it. That's what is constantly my message. But do remember that the person who is writing the exam, the child who is writing the exam, make them feel comfortable to share their problems. Many a times communication is the benchmark which actually decides whether a child is having a problem or not. Communication, lack of communication in the family with a lot of care and compassion. Lot of care and compassion and no compulsion. No compulsion. Yeah.
Right. Minati Mishra wants to know how long she should study before 2 to 3 days of the exam.
Brilliant. I think that is the time when we all go through the decision making about the final leg for the exam. I have a feeling that if you are through your revision and you just want to scan through the papers, about 7 to 8 hours throughout the day maximum, not more than that. In a sort of breaks of about 45 minutes and then take a 10-minute break or a 15-minute break. Do not study 2 to 3 days or even a week before the exam, especially one day before the exam, more than 7-8 hours. If you want to, you're feeling fresh, it's okay. But generally about 8 hours in breaks of 45 minutes each period at home is fine. And take a 15-minute, 20-minute break after that and come back to the table, study for 45 minutes, revise the subject. So morning to evening, and then we agreed, sleep well. Do not compromise your sleep because the last 3 days, 72 hours before the exam, the body and the mind need to coordinate with each other. Whatever you must have studied, even attended the class 6 months back, you will recall. It is not just the 2 months of your study, even any lecture by a good teacher you will recall and you will write the answer very well because the body and the mind are fresh. So 2 to 3 days, the mantra is bodily health, mind health, and about 8 hours of maximum sleep, studies, sorry.
And as Akhil Gandral is asking, maximum study in a day now?
Now, because we are left with about a fortnight, I agree, it's from student to student, but I do recommend say about 8 to 12 hours is okay. 8 to 12 hours is okay. And if you feel still more, it's okay because you're at home. And if you're getting about 7 hours or 6 hours of sleep, a little good time to eat your meals properly, going for a little exercise, seeing the sun outside, rejoicing the brightness of your study room and the balcony, be with nature, be with little flower pot. Nature is always smiling again to us. If all that you can manage a little bit, then 8 to 12 hours is enough. We have 24 hours in a day. That much time is all right for studies.
So I think Raja Srinivasan wants to know about his prep leave, how to use these that study leave during exams.
Well, preparation leave is about, agreed, large chunk of the focus, say 60% of the focus is on my revision and my sample papers, maybe even a little group with my good friends about any particular chapter or questions. Let it go on. Communication with yourself, your family and your friends should not be less during the prep holidays. But of course, your time given to the studies is to be well planned. And the best planning which I have heard from students is about, I told you, 45 minutes to 1 hour reading and then a break. I don't think study holidays get misutilized or misused if you are not studying for maybe 3-4 hours and you feel guilty about it. Don't do that. If any one day you feel you still have time that okay, I need a 3-hour break, I want to go for a movie with my brother or with my friend, please go ahead. You want to take a walk, go to the mall nearby to see the world changing. The grimness of studying for month long in a room or in the house sometimes needs a break. It needs a sunshine outside. It needs a entertainment. So I would say that 2 to 3 hours of a break and going out for any entertainment or sport or discussing or sharing about life, about sports, about cricket, no harm. Do that. Watch a movie at home. But yes, the large chunk, 50 to 60% of the time of the day goes in revision. Do that way.
Keshav Kumar wants to know, how does one get out of this negative thinking?
Make a list of your negative thoughts. I feel a little helpless. I feel a little hopeless. Sometimes I get mood swings. I feel anxious about not getting sleep, I feel I may not be able to do well. I tell the students a lot of time, do your emotional auditing every day. I think it applies to all of us. Don't we all do that? Sometimes we should do. Do an emotional auditing every day, just
How
like
was
you.
that? How do you do that?
Well, you need to just have a small writing pad and a pencil on your study table, or you can sit on the dining table with your dad and mom and tell them that, okay, I wish to share this moment with you. Make a list of the negative thoughts coming into my mind, just about 5, 6 points, and then talk it over. Why is it happening? Is it because I feel I may not perform as much as I had thought of, or it could be about my study affected by the sleep pattern, or loss of appetite, or exercise, or my friends are studying better than me. The reason we all know, but we are anxious because we are anxious. So once we jot it down, once we revise the negative thoughts in our mind and try to replace them with some action for a moment, like divert my mind into a game or a movie or a music or art or talking to my parents or even having something of my choice, a chocolate cake or a chocolate or maybe a dessert, it actually transforms my negative thought into something more positive. And this can be done much better if I take the help, the assistance of my parents. They are my family. If we help them, they will help us. And go ahead and do that. I feel getting negative thoughts at this moment is so very normal because you have positive thoughts also. But the dominance of the negative thoughts needs to be tackled, needs to be faced, and we can do it by a lot of positive actions with the support of the family.
Keshav Kumar wants to know how to boost brain power. Before exam, I think one would want to do it all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. So brain also is full of the desire to eat well. Let's not forget, brain needs rest. The brain needs food. The brain needs a little bit of a work, which is also about emotional connectivity, as I mentioned. So don't forget your diet. The brain does best when given a lot of proteins, moderate carbohydrates, and lesser fat. A lot of minerals, as I mentioned, green vegetables, fruits, salads, pulses, soya beans, sprouts, green leafy vegetables. If you take non-veg, then egg, fish, chicken, more shredded and more roasted does better, because a lot of gravy and masala can cause laziness also. And don't forget, I mean, you can take coconut water, you can take nibu pani, you can take ruafza, you can take a lot of other beverages which are like soup and vegetable soup. Try to cut down or try not to take colas and Pepsis and all, because these are the times when aerated drinks do cause a little lethargy also. We need to be a little careful, otherwise anything is okay as far as it is in the foundation about health and not feeling a little burpy or unrest in your stomach. I think the brain needs a little machine functioning, and diet is most important. Exercise we mentioned. Nothing like spending 20 minutes outside morning and evening and galloping your brain for the better memory and better concentration. These two factors, along with, I told you, sharing and caring, talk it over. Don't keep emotions inside, because they're not meant to be inside. Emotions are meant to be shared with people who matter and we love most. So talk to your parents, talk to your best friends, and the brain will be working very well.
Akhil Kandrag wants to know how to get rid of the social network.
Don't have to get rid, by the way. Don't get rid of the social network. Keep the social network, but keep it socially a little away more than the usual non-exam period. I told you, morning, afternoon, evening, you have 3 segments of the day. About half an hour, 3 times a day is more than enough, or maybe discussing the subject for an hour or so, but not more than 90 minutes a day, not more than 2 hours a day in divided doses. More than that, I think social media is going to cause, as we were talking, very difficult to detox then it's an addiction. So about half an hour, 3 or 4 times a day is fine to remain connected, unless you have something very important to clarify from your teacher, from your best friends or your dad and mom. Use that. Do not get a slave. Do not become a slave of the social media. If you feel it's happening to you, talk it over, meet a counselor, or even tell your best friend to advise you. What do? I think it's not about shunning away or throwing away the social media. It's about managing it and realizing that the priority at the moment is my connectivity with my books and exams, and I can use this and give it to your mother and father. They'll keep it. Go and ask them every 2 hours, use it for 15 minutes, or after every 4 hours, use it for half an hour, more than enough. Not that you are taking and, because of anxiety, we are using WhatsApp and Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter, and we find that, oh God, 4 hours have gone by. Because if such a time goes away, then to gallop your time for studies will build up anxiety for no reason. Don't do that.
Lokesh Naik says, are there any ways to get rid of the mobile internet? He's a phonophilic.
We are all phonophilics, but I think we need to develop a little bit of a phonophobia also, because this is the right time to feel that the priority in life is also do this, do also this, but then do also what? If exams are closer, then academics will be the priority. So 60 to 80% of the time goes in my academics, then a little time for my diet, sleep, exercise, general hygiene, and then the time left is for the social media. You can always come back to social media, it's your world. Tomorrow in college, when you are through the 12th exam, spend whatever time you want. Nobody can ask you. But this is the turning point in life. It will help you to take a major leap in life with the best of the subjects and the best of the things you want to do in life. Okay, things come back again and they will all be there. By the time you finish your board exam, the next model of the mobile phone will be there in the market.
Right. Keshav, no, I think we've discussed this question. I think Akhil Kandra
Akhil, yeah.
Tea and coffee.
Yeah.
And he was saying, does that work?
Tea, okay. I mean, we are all fond of taking tea, but I have a suggestion, Akhil. It will be okay to avoid more than, say, 1 or 2 cups of coffee, say cappuccino, but not too much of coffee powder, because that does cause palpitation and a little wakefulness of an unrealistic nature. But then many of the students I come across, they take a lot of green tea. It's good. The ginger tea or tulsi chai and green tea, that's freshening. It's got antioxidant properties. It can make you feel awake. You can actually get back to studies very well. But if you're still fond of it, yes, 1 or 2 milk tea and 1 or 2 coffees is okay. But that's still four times, not very healthy. So try to limit it to 2 to 3 times, and then you may take a little green tea or healthy herbal chai. It's absolutely fine. Addictions to theophylline and caffeine is very common in all of us, but more so during the exams because we want to stay awake. Do not get into the habit of staying awake with coffee. Okay, because that's going to be a little pressure on the cardiovascular system. It can increase the blood pressure and even the heartbeat, and one starts feeling anxious for no reason. One may feel awake because of the coffee, but we'll feel anxious, and the memory also suffers then. As I told you, memory at this moment is related to our levels of anxiety also. We keep calm, we are a little relaxed and composed, we'll memorize better. And for that, again I repeat, diet, sleep, exercise and general hygiene of the body are the 4 major mantras which help us to retain a lot of information we are reading during exams. Not just coffee and tea, they won't help for memory.
Anuradha Sharma asks how she can counter depression during these days.
Very good. Thanks for being honest, Anuradha. I think it's a wonderful question. Depression is a feeling of moderate to severe helplessness and a sense of sadness. Helpless because we know we are about to write the exams, we know we are about to upscale a life into something bigger tomorrow, but we feel that we are caught into the situation. It's like catch-22. I cannot escape it, I have to face it, and I don't seem prepared. So that feeling of resigning and helplessness happens to every human being. But yes, to counter it, I think it's again important to never forget, take the help, share your feelings, share your negative thoughts, as I mentioned earlier, to the people who matter most, because they live, they laugh, and they care for you. Mom, dad, brothers, sisters, and best friends. That's our life. Reach out to them. Tell them that you're feeling low. There are mood swings. You're having these exam blues also coming up. You're feeling a little helpless, hopeless. Share it out. Don't feel shy. Otherwise, how will they get to know? Once that is done, they will also help you to take a stroll, organize your diet, which is a little mood elevating. Go and enjoy the best of the food or desserts which are healthy, and you feel elevated in your mood. Also, the best ones in my life, my mom, dad, somebody who can sit with me, read out loudly some of the chapters, and I just listen to them. It's a partnership for learning together. Remember, it's your exam, but it is a testimony for the whole family. It is a test for the whole family. It's sort of a challenge for the whole family, because all have to walk together, laugh together, and learn together. It's only you who goes for the exam tomorrow. So take help. Do not allow your depression to become sulk, helpless, and become a little bit more lower, because that's only going to create more agony and melancholy. It's going to create helplessness. So first task is to let people know that I'm going through this, take their help to reorganize your life, and celebrate the exam season, because it is just about one more step in life. It's not a leap that will decide my life. Well, I'll take a career, but it's not the end of everything. Examinations will keep coming every day. Tomorrow, when you're in a good company, you're a CEO of a big company, you have a daily examination. Today, this exam teaches us how to be strong and face life, and not just write the exam for getting 90% marks. That is the life skill we need to pick up within the family during the preparation holidays.
All right. Just to quickly wind up,
Yeah.
there's some question from Tanmay and Shivani. They want to know if music helps.
It's fantastic. If music be the food of love, it has to go on. And I think music is fantastic because I personally feel any time reading of any kind with a light music going on, some instrumental, whether it is classical or western, it is actually so healing. It is sort of an invocation for studying better. So I am totally for it. Even artwork, let me share with you. Some children say that walking around in the house after a break of 1 hour study, and their dad has put up a canvas and just pick up a brush and make some colors on the canvas. It's so healing. So color as a therapy, music as a therapy, music as a mood elevator, art as a mood elevator, good food, healthy food as a mood elevator, good drinks as a mood elevator. They're all part of our life. And of course, not to forget people. People and emotions are our best medicine. Laughter is indeed the best medicine. Create that atmosphere. Tell the family to create that atmosphere. Shun the people who tend to create tension and anxiety in you. People who are positive, people who are achievers because they are positive people, because they stood by the test of time. Try to be with those people. You'll find that music is there in all of us. We are all musical people because we are happy people. And your family is a happy family. Create a happy atmosphere and journey through this moment as a challenge, because it is not going to decide life. It is only going to decide one step of your life. Okay?
That brings us to the end of this session, Dr. Nagpal. Thank you so much for being with us.
It's been lovely. Yeah.
And we'll come back again. See
Thank
you.
you.